Servus zusammen, wir machen weiter mit Rosewater. Ah ja, stimmt, wir sind hier gelandet auf dieser, weiß ich nicht, Hippie-Farm? Rostrum Kitchen.
Kitchen to the left, rostrum to the right.
Ah, okay.
Kitchen to the left, rostrum to the right.
Tribüne, okay. Again what learned.
If the smell's anything to go by, that crate's full of fertilizer.
Okay, mir fällt gerade ein, wir haben das Diary noch nicht gelesen für die letzte. Eine provisorische Siedlung namens Chrysalis. Wir trafen ein weiteres Lumpenkind, das Wunderelixier am Straßenrand verkaufte. Sie hatte eine so lange spitze Zunge, dass sie beim Plappern immer darüber stolperte. Ich bin sicher, dass solche Kinder alle einem Geheimclub angehören. Phil ist ein cleverer Kumpan, der neben seinen anderen Talenten ein rechter Zerstörer ist. Mit Dynamit, das er virtuos einsetzt, hat er es geschafft, die Tür des Labors zu sprengen, ohne das ganze Gebäude zu zerlegen. Vermutlich kann er das auch, falls nötig. Das Labor, das wir vorfanden, war ziemlich geplündert. Außer einigen kryptischen und verrosteten Geräten war nicht mehr viel da. Als ich sie zum Leben erweckte, erzeugte ich einen gewaltigen grünen Lichtstrahl, der meine Zähne zum Kribbeln brachte und einige andere Reaktionen hervorrief. Wir sind nicht die Einzigen, die sich zu diesem Ort hingezogen fühlen. In der Nähe gibt es eine Gruppe von Leuten, die ihre Gemeinschaft Chrysalis und sich selbst Luminarier nennen. Das war's.
Not very intimidating. No wonder the crops are bare.
Was haben wir denn noch dabei? Die Spitze, das Trinken. Ah, das Elixier, Entschuldigung. Also hier müssen wir noch hin. Hier, okay.
Certainly colorful.
Indeed.
I can't be seeing things. Danny and Nadine saw that strange haze too. There's nothing wrong with my eyes. There must be something wrong with the sky.
Oh. Wir haben da was kaputt gemacht, glaube ich. Schau mal in die Scheune.
Suppose that's where the animals are kept.
Ja, rein
Suppose
da.
that's where the animals are kept.
Okay.
Seems like they're pretty self-sufficient here.
Geh mal zur Tribüne. Oha.
The butterflies sure seem to like these flowers.
Or seem to like these flowers. Okay.
The butterfly makes this one less creepy, but not by much. Something about that makes my skin crawl.
Okay, man sollte eigentlich eher das linke zuerst lesen. Mhm.
I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
Ah, Harley. Miss Larkin here was just telling me about this fascinating place.
Hello and welcome. It's so nice to have visitors.
Thanks, but I was hoping to have a word with Jake in private.
Of course.
What's on your mind?
So, what have you picked up from these fine folks?
This ethericity stuff is much more complex than I thought. Seems our friend Dr. Clark may have been on to something after all.
I'll just leave you to it then.
Wenn du mit ihr sprichst?
Begging your pardon.
How may I help?
What is it you do around here?
Plenty. I help in the fields and in the kitchen, but my particular gift is keeping Chrysalis beautiful and its people inspired. All the murals and paintings you see around the commune are my work.
And a fine job you've done.
Why, thank you.
Must have kept you busy for a while.
Quite. There's still so much I'm looking forward to doing.
I've noticed you all sure are fond of butterflies.
What better creature to symbolize transcendence? Like butterflies, we too will undergo a metamorphosis, pass through the veil into the ether, and join the luminous ones. Not only that, their wings have 8 sections, and they flap in a figure 8 pattern.
Does that mean something?
Evocator Bennett's sacred number, of course.
I see.
Do you have an idea of where Dr. Clark might be currently?
Of course. He's with the luminous ones.
Pardon?
The beings on the other side of the veil. The ones who dwell in the ether.
You're saying Clark is dead?
Not dead. Transcended. Eternal. You still have much to learn. It's good you're with us now. Everything will become clear soon. Trust me.
Uh-huh.
What exactly was Dr. Clark's etheric research about?
Truth.
Lovely sentiment, but could you be a bit more specific?
He sought to connect us with the world above, to unite us with the luminous ones. He succeeded in not only opening the door, but stepping through and crossing the veil. He showed that the way is possible. Now we all must learn to follow.
Mhm.
Did you ever meet Dr. Clark?
I did. Once. Such a brilliant mind. We didn't speak long, but I felt as though we'd conversed for hours.
Erzähl mir was
What's
von
the
den Schatten.
meaning behind those shadow paintings?
We commemorate those who have transcended, and those who will.
Hence the butterflies?
Very astute. Yes, the butterfly represents the immortal soul, the essence of a person in their fullest flourishing. The butterfly is pure potential, contained within those who have not yet transcended. Once someone has passed into the ether, it is released and flies free.
Why, that's mighty poetical.
I can see that you have quite a bold, brilliant butterfly stirring within you.
You don't say. You see that, do you?
If you permit me, it would be my honor to paint it. Only if you're willing, of course. Everyone's journey to transcendent readiness is unique.
Perhaps you could tell me more about it once Harley's done talking.
With pleasure.
Danke, ja.
All right. Thanks for the chat.
Be well.
Don't wander too far now.
Mhm. Ist das eine Drohung?
A reliable water supply is everything out here. Hey, Danny?
What's going on?
I was wondering if you might help me out with something.
What?
There's a toolbox inside Clark's lab that's out of reach, and I've had no luck getting it down. Think you might put your pistols to the task?
I could do that. Yeah. You want to go right now?
Ja?
Yes, let's head over now.
Sure thing. Just lead the way.
Ah, Phil. There you are.
Had enough of those luminous lunatics too, did you?
Not entirely. Danny's come to help get that box down. That's it, up there.
Right. You might want to stand over on this side, Phil.
Don't shoot anything else.
Nice shot.
Thanks, Harley. Happy to help. So, what's inside that box that's so important anyway?
Guess we all get to find out together.
Let's see. Wahrscheinlich ist er leer.
There's more than one way to get a box open.
Well, anything good inside?
Not really. Just a wrench and this odd dial thing.
I hope it was worth the trouble then.
That was
Mhm.
good practice, at least. I'm heading back to Chrysalis. See you both later.
See ya. Let's have a look-see.
Some kind of console. Seems to connect to a few things.
Mhm. Knöpfchen dreh dich. Oder platzier dich erstmal. Alle auf Max. Oh.
Is this some kind of combination or code?
Ach so, klar. Warte mal. Null. 7. 9207. Phil? Geh weg.
Phil, you might wanna... Move. Are you all right?
I think so. The cage seems to have absorbed all that energy. Just warn me before you try that again.
So, this console operates equipment by setting the dials in a 4-digit sequence. That means we need to figure out the right code to get the door open.
Ja, stell dich einfach wieder daneben. Alles klar.
I can't really see through the porthole, but it looks dense in there. Looks like it's connected to the door somehow.
And that wire runs to the console back there.
At least Dr. Clark practiced fire safety. I can't see through. The window is too grimy. I can't make heads nor tails of this chicken scratch.
Schaust du
Empty.
wenigstens ordentlich an?
Not really surprising. Not much left. Some books and a broken device. What in the ether is this thing?
Best left alone, if you ask me.
Hm. Dreh einfach mal um.
It won't turn.
7029.
No good. I guess those dials aren't set up correctly.
Mhm.
Seems to be working now. I can't begin to fathom what these contraptions are for.
Nothing of use to us.
Gut, dass du das so
Just
genau
a bunch
weißt.
of
October 25th, 1850. I'd like to extend an invitation.
Nee, das passt schon. Auf irgendwelche Zahlen einstellen. Scannen meine ich.
February 12th, 1850. Upon hearing news, when they hounded after enduring such a one day when with warm P.S. How you managed to rig a
T180. Das Ding noch anschauen.
Nothing spectacular about it. It's working again.
Nice. Okay, also bis auf die Schrift hier oben sehe ich jetzt keinen wirklichen Anhaltspunkt für Zahlen.
At least Clark did his testing on mannequins, not people.
As far as we know.
Will ich irgendwas aufschrauben?
Looks like it's connected to the door.
And that wire runs.
Stoff haben wir keinen mehr für die Scheibe. Ich glaube, das lassen wir mal.
Here.
Ja, bleib du da. Check die Lage.
Whatever turning on that generator did, I hope it's not permanent.
Maybe it's cool. Oh.
All right then.
Well.
Now there's something you don't see every day.
Ich muss noch kurz mit denen an der Bühne da reden. Hello there.
He does go on, doesn't he? They're really fond of this butterfly motif, aren't they?
I kind of like it.
My friends, today we give thanks for our manifold blessings. On this day of celebration, the Evocator's Day of Transcendence. And why do we celebrate today, on the 8-month anniversary? Because one is nothing special. One is an isolating, selfish, lowly number. But 8 is perfection. 8 is infinity. 8 is the flap of the butterfly's wings. On this day in March of this year, exactly 8 months ago, the luminous ones called Evocator Bennett up to join them in the luminiferous ether. In so doing, they showed us the path of light, where soon we all shall follow. Now our soul sibling Bennett dwells among them in the etheric realm beyond this earth, in a transcendent union of cosmic harmony and peace.
Mhm. Und jetzt? Ah, okay. Der Tag des Schmetterlings.
This isn't much use with a wheel missing. Handle still looks good, at least.
Take it.
This isn't much use.
Das ist eine Kommune, nimm einfach.
Quite the contraption. Full of grain, by the look of it. My, that's quite imaginative. My, that. I think I saw this model in the latest Bowls Clearage Frontier catalog. Fancy.
Steampunky.
Well, well, if it isn't my old friend.
The Defiler returns.
Huh?
Hey now, don't get your britches in a twist.
You're a guest of Emissary Paul, so I'm obliged to welcome you. But if you continue casting your shadows of discord over all that is bright here, there will be consequences.
Wer ist das?
Now just where do you get off saying I'm casting shadows of discord or whatever?
I caught you trespassing outside the laboratory. Then your friend blasted the door off.
It was all in the name of research. I'm just as interested in all this as you.
You've a peculiar way of showing it.
War das der Typ mit der Alumaske oder kennt sie den von früher? Keine Ahnung. Hä? Alumaske, Aluhut.
What's so special about this place that they've got you standing guard?
This building houses our collection of artifacts salvaged from Dr. Clark's laboratory.
Oh, so you're the ones who looted the place.
We did not loot it. We saved important items from obscurity and decay.
Think I might take a quick peek?
Absolutely not. Outsiders are forbidden.
So how does one go about joining your little club?
You think if you joined us that I would just suddenly allow you to enter?
Sure, you said only outsiders were forbidden.
Nice try, but not on my watch.
Mhm, good to know.
What if I brought you a new artifact for your collection?
Then I would be very surprised. We've already retrieved everything of value from the laboratory.
Even from that locked room?
That room is inaccessible. Do not even consider.
Entschuldigung. Ich habe aus Versehen geklickt, jetzt ist es weg. Scheiße.
Where did Dr. Clark end up?
Not where he should have.
Do you know any details about Dr. Clark's research?
He was toying with fire, pure and simple. He may have been inspired and driven to his work by the luminous ones, but he was only their tool. He did not acknowledge their undeniable glory or show them the proper respect. He took a battering ram to the door of heaven. When they tired of the noise, they whisked him away inside the gates, while the rest of us still wait outside.
So what you're saying is, you don't actually know.
I've underestimated you. I didn't think there could be someone more arrogant than Dr. Clark.
Did you ever have a chance to meet Dr. Clark?
No, nor did I desire to.
No?
Ethericity is not a power to be trifled with. I've no interest in meeting someone who treats it as a plaything.
So what brought you to Chrysalis?
My personal business is none of yours.
Touchy. I'll leave you to your guarding. Try not to die of boredom.
Hachi. Schön, hier so ein bisschen Englisch, naja, weiß ich nicht, idiomatische Ausdrücke zu lernen.
Excuse me?
Ah, hello. You must be one of Miss Redbird's companions.
That's right. Harley Legere.
My name is Evan. Evan Holbrook. Welcome to Chrysalis.
Evan was just showing me the cookhouse. You know they grow or raise everything they eat here themselves?
Well, mostly. Sometimes we need to resupply from town, but we aim to be fully self-reliant. Our dedication will be rewarded with bounty.
Was mit Bounty?
Your friend over there refuses to let me in to see Clark's artifacts.
Yes, Samuel is quite a stickler for the rules. Sometimes I think he lets his duties as the emissary's assistant get to his head.
So, are you the biscuit roller for this community, or what?
Not quite. Everyone in Chrysalis does their part. It's my day on the rota to fix breakfast.
Do you have a doctor?
We have a few skilled in healing, yes. I do wish we had more knowledge of agriculture. Our crops haven't been thriving like we hoped.
You said your crops weren't doing well. Why not?
Getting the irrigation in this year saved some of the crop, but we're facing lean times. We simply must find a way to grow enough to feed everyone.
What's your story, Evan? How did you join up with these folks?
Well, like many of the others here, I was living in New Britannia. My wife was there at the etheric demonstration at the expo. I thought I'd lost her forever. But emissary Paul found me and explained how she hadn't perished, merely transcended. At first, I didn't believe him. I wanted to throttle him, actually.
I can understand that reaction.
But I realized that in my grief, I had become blinded.
Oh, I am so sorry.
Don't be. One day I'll transcend too, and we'll be reunited in the ether.
Exactly what was Dr. Clark researching?
Ethericity, of course.
Of course, but what about it? Energy sources? Industrial applications? What?
Miss Legere, I couldn't begin to tell you. Whatever reasons he may have given the public, the bankers, the professors, and what have you, his true purpose was to open the way for humanity to pass into the etheric realm. And it wasn't easy. He spent 2 years in that laboratory before transcending. Soon the day will come when we all can follow him.
Ah ja.
Do you know where Dr. Clark disappeared to?
Evocator Bennett didn't disappear. He transcended.
Again, you use this word. What do you mean by it?
He passed through the etheric gateway and joined with the luminous ones in the cosmos.
Oh.
Did you ever meet Dr. Clark?
Alas, no. I hadn't really heard of him before the expo. I was looking at the wax anatomical models in the medical marvels exhibit. But my wife said they turned her stomach, so she went to see the etheric pavilion instead. I don't think she really knew who Bennett Clark was either. It was just something to pass the time. If only either of us knew what a significant thing was about to happen.
Clark's demonstration?
Indeed. The miracle that drew aside the veil and took my wife and the other 14 blessed souls up into the etheric realm. I only regret that I wasn't there, so I could have gone along with her.
It was good talking to you. I'll leave you both to it.
Goodbye for now.
See you later, Harley.
Na, sprich noch mit ihr.
Nadine, could we have a word?
Of course.
Lots of talking, huh?
You enjoying yourself here?
These are good people. I'm glad we met them.
You don't find them a bit odd?
I'll admit, I don't quite comprehend their philosophical ideas, but they've welcomed us with open arms. The least we can do is offer open minds.
Fair.
Any ideas as to how to get that fellow over there away from his post?
Be confident?
Afraid this situation's a bit more complicated than that. Still good advice, though. I'll leave you to your conversation.
Okay, finden wir mal ein Wagenrad für den Ding hier, dann schinden wir Eindruck. Oder auch nicht. Geh nochmal hier rüber.
They seem enthralled by Paul's ramblings. They're really fond of...
I kind of like...
Here in Chrysalis, at the Evocator's laboratory, his holy temple, the veil has been parted. And on the other side, the luminous ones are waiting to welcome us home. When he first arrived here, in that twice blessed year, for never forget that 8 is the most sacred number, Evocator Bennett perhaps did not yet know that he was building a temple. But that is what it was, my friends. A temple, a lighthouse, a shining beacon in the dark. A divine instrument that would pierce the cosmic veil, letting the ether's light shine through to guide us. Calling the luminous ones. Calling us here. Calling us home.
Okay, wenn es so weitergeht, versuche ich jetzt 8 mal die 8 auf dem Gerät.
We will never forget the momentous occasion when this holy work began. When Evocator Bennett came west after the Lamplight City miracle to break ground for a new laboratory. And he raised a light to the heavens and cried, "Let me in!" And 2 years later, his call was answered. And he was taken up into the etheric realm. And oh, friends, it is joyous. The ether is a realm of pure thought and light and love. There we are freed from these coarse material bonds. There we are not women and men, not young and old, not poor and rich, not white and black and brown. There we exist as pure souls, glittering beings of brilliant rainbow color. Our bodies are as the chrysalides of butterflies, curled up tight in these fleshly shells. Contained within each of us is our true etheric form. And believe me, friends, it is beautiful. You are all so beautiful. In the ether, we must finally emerge from our cocoons and fly free. Free among our soul siblings in the company of the luminous ones. 2 years ago, Evocator Bennett called them here. And 8 months ago, his call was answered.
I've had about as much of that as I can handle.
Me too. Okay, die
Hey,
Nummer 8,
Danny?
2.
If you had to pick a 4-digit number sequence that was easy to remember, what would you pick?
Suppose it'd be something important? A date, maybe? Or a memorable year? Never really thought about it.
So, what's our friend on stage been jabbering about?
What hasn't he? This guy makes Jake seem like a silent monk by comparison. Anyway, it's mostly been about Clark, his etheric research in New Britannia, how he built his lab out here after the Expo disaster. Excuse me, miracle, that sort of thing. He says Clark transcended. I'm not sure what that means.
I get the impression it means he's dead.
Oh, that's too bad.
What's your impression of Chrysalis?
Well, it's peculiar. Everybody's got a job to do, a way to help. Nobody's left out, and that's nice. But all this stuff about etheric beings? It sounds,
Crazy?
You said it, not me. Anyhow, I wouldn't mind hanging around a while.
I'll leave you to the lecture.
Alrighty. Eine einfache Zahl, ja. Keine Ahnung. 4 mal die 8 ist ein bisschen... Ich probiere es einfach, aber... Was ist denn das hier?
They have an automated irrigation system. Pretty ingenious.
Irgendwo eine Nummer?
Must take ages for any correspondence to get out here. Dr. Clark really liked his sarsaparilla. Hey, Phil, let's talk.
What about?
Any ideas what the code for the door might be?
It could be anything. Are you intending to guess it?
Unless I find it written somewhere, I don't see any other way.
Santa Maria, that could take months. If what is behind that door is so important, then the code itself must be something meaningful to Clark. Maybe you can deduce it by learning more about him. I am certain those payasos at the commune will have plenty to share.
A bunch of Clark's things are collected at the commune, but one of the Luminarians is guarding the place.
Naturally. Are you seeking a distraction?
If you have an idea, I'm all ears.
It just so happens I do. I have had a look around, and this machinery is quite unstable. With a few more items, I could finish what we started with the door and send this whole place up in smoke. That would give you time to search, no?
It would, but it seems a touch extreme. What would you need exactly?
Well, mainly fertilizer and flammable liquid for accelerant. I can construct a detonator out of scrap I found, but I will need something to serve as the plunger to set it off.
Well, I'll consider it. Right, carry on.
Aber du kannst doch nicht, dann ist ja...
What in the
Best let...
Not much. This may have held something interesting once, but now it's just lodging for spiders. I can't begin to fathom what these contraptions are for.
Nothing of use to us.
Guess we won't get to see what's up on the roof.
Just as well. I prefer to keep my feet on the ground.
Ja.
A fine tool.
Okay, danke.
Here, can you use this as an accelerant?
Definitely. Alcohol this potent will be very effective.
Aber sprengt er das ganze Haus oder lässt er die Tür offen?
Hey, Phil?
What about?
Could you remind me?
Some fertilizer. Something I can use as my detonator's plunger.
Got it. Right?
I do not understand why a man would want to keep something that almost killed him.
That's not
A
the
fine tool.
plunger?
Lockpicks are fine, but I prefer a more direct approach.
I see.
February 12th, upon hearing news of the reactionary and when they hounded
Irgendwelche
you
Zahlen?
out after the expo, and after enduring such a trying one day when rationality again, with warm regards, P.S. How you managed to rig a TT-180 console to control both your equipment and door mechanisms.
(1847) Entweder 9.6.47 oder 1847. Probiere ich mal. Das ist jetzt die Frage. Das ist 9647 und danach vielleicht andersrum.
No good. I guess those dials are. No good. I guess those dials aren't set up correctly. It won't turn.
1847.
No good.
Okay, und dann noch die 4 mal die 8.
No good. I guess those dials aren't.
Mhm. Ja, wir hatten 2 Jahre, 8 Monate, 8 irgendwas und 8 irgendwas. Sollen wir 2, 8, 8, 8 nehmen? Letzter Versuch. Ist eh nur Wild Guessing.
No good.
Alright. Got it. Können wir damit was anfangen? Nope.
No handle.
Moment, no handle?
I will stay in here.
Ja, you stay here. Kann ich mit dem Ding was machen? Sieht nicht so aus. Warte mal, nehmen wir einfach nochmal das gleiche? Lass mich das mal testen. Mach nochmal die alte Kombi hin. 9207.
I'm starting up the device again.
Achso, nee, wir haben irgendwas anderes vorhin.
At least Clark did his test.
Was haben wir denn am Anfang angemacht, als das Ding hier in die Luft gegangen ist? Da darf ich nicht mehr hin, oder?
Seems to be working now. There's more than one way to get a box open.
Ja. Na komm, scheiße, dann gehen wir wieder.
I will.
You stay here. Gotcha. Der Wagen ist zumindest weg.
Hey, guard! Guess he doesn't want to talk.
Ah, probably. Noch irgendwas? Nee, ne?
That thing is seen.
Na komm. Ab in die Kommune. Fertilizer hätten wir hier.
This had better work, Phil.
Ein Kolben. Oder ein Stift. Vielleicht kann ich mir eine Pistole ausleihen?
Hey, Dan.
What's going on?
I'll leave.
Ja, okay.
Could we have a...
Sure. What's on your...
I got a theoretical question for you.
Shoot.
Say you needed to come up with a sequence of 4 numbers. What would you pick to make it easy to remember?
Hell, that's easy. 1817.
That didn't take you long.
It's the year I broke my first filly, if you get my meaning. Not something one forgets easily.
Right. I think I've found a promising lead. There's a shack on the other side of the commune full of things salvaged from Clark's lab. Only problem is it's being guarded by that first luminarian we met.
Oh, the feller with the tinfoil chapeau?
The very same. How can I get past him?
He's a peculiar one, but he seems to be the most reverent to these folk. Perhaps you could win him over with a peace offering. There might still be something in the lab that's been overlooked.
Peace offering. Mhm.
I'll just leave you to it then.
Ich könnte ihm den Schraubenschlüssel anbieten. Der ist speziell. Aber nicht bevor ich ihn verwendet habe, um das Ding hier zu lösen. Hm?
I'll have this handle off in a jiff.
Meins?
Formerly used to pull a wagon.
February upon
Das ist der, ne? Wählen?
I found this letter in Dr. Clark's mailbox. Interested?
If I were, I'd have taken it myself.
Okay.
Please don't waste my time with your refuse.
Vielleicht den hier? Den Tag des Wunders?
The beginning of the end for Clark. He should have known better. Please.
Ja. Und doch mach ich's.
Please.
Oh, die Tomaten.
Is this breakfast?
It will be. I hope everyone likes it.
I've got more important concerns right now.
Toll, warum gehst du denn extra hin, du? Lampenfieber.
All good with you?
Yes.
They're busy.
Oh, come on.
I think I saw this model in the latest...
Fertilizer, Hebel. Ich cheate mal ein bisschen Ingame-Cheats.
Not very intimidating.
Da kann ich auch nur hingehen, hinschauen, oder?
Suppose that's where the animals are...
Ja. Hier nochmal Cookie. Okay, ich probiere es wieder beim Lab.
They have an auto... Hey, Phil?
What about?
Could you remind...
Some fertilizer. Something I can use as my detonator's plunger.
Got it. Right?
Mit Detonators Plunger bin ich noch ein bisschen... Oh, riechen.
Yep, that's fertilizer, all right.
Ja, ein
Here's
bisschen
some
unentschlossen.
fertilizer for you.
Ah, excellent. Thank you.
And let's see if you can use that one.
Will this work as a plunger?
Why, yes, I think so. Thank you. Perfecto. This is everything I need. Are you ready?
Ja.
Absolutely.
Meet me outside in a quarter of an hour. And prepare for a show that will make Jake envious. All right,
Shit.
everything is prepared. Take one last look. When you are ready, just say the word.
I hate to do this.
Es
I
gab doch
wish
eine...
there had been another
Okay.
way.
No turning back now. 3, 2, 1.
Oh shit, was mache ich denn hier?
Carajo! That was beautiful. Now, I suggest you get back to the commune and find whatever it is you were looking for. I will meet you and the others by the railroad tracks when you are done.
Oh fuck, ich wollte da schon noch rein.
I heard a big
Tatsächlich.
boom, and then they all went running toward the lab.
That's where Phil went. Do you think?
Hey, there's Holly.
Do you have any idea what all this ruckus is about? Or where Phil's gone?
Both, and I'll gladly tell you, but we need to get out of here right now.
Right behind you, my dear.
I'm glad to see you all made it out of there in one piece.
Likewise.
Would you two care to explain what that was all about?
Ja, red mal drüber.
I needed a way to get inside that shrine to Clark, and Phil provided the distraction.
So you blew up the lab?
You should have seen it. Some of my finest work.
I have to admit, that was resourceful of you. Although we probably shot whatever goodwill we had with the Luminarians.
I should say. Was that really necessary?
If you ask me, we did the world a favor by raising that chamber of horrors.
I assume you didn't come up empty-handed.
I found Clark's journal. Have a look at this letter that was inside.
An invitation to the Jolly Good Club in El Presidio?
Yep. Check the date.
9 months ago. Huh.
That's right about the time he disappeared, isn't it?
It is indeed. I'd say it's obvious that the good doctor accepted the invitation.
And took his money with him?
Well, it wasn't in Chrysalis or his lab. And listen to this. You needn't have any concern for your valuables, as there is ample secure storage in the room. Don't get much clearer than that.
Lass uns mal ganz kurz zusammenfassen. Ich habe einfach nur diesen Code nicht gefunden. Ich denke mal, mit dem Code hätte man in diesem Lagerraum oder diesem Rotlampenraum etwas gefunden, mit dem man die Wache überzeugen hätte können, von der Tür wegzugehen, also ohne Gewalt. Aber das überlasse ich dann den smarteren Leuten. Ich habe vielleicht irgendwie die Zahlen nicht genau zugehört oder mir keinen Reim daraus gemacht. Aber es ist schön, dass es so geklappt hat. Ich akzeptiere das mal so und ich finde es echt schön, das kenne ich von früher halt nicht, dass es so Entscheidungsbäume auch in Point-and-Click-Adventures gibt. Obwohl, vielleicht gab es den, ich habe sie bloß als Kind nicht so wahrgenommen, wenn ich so an Monkey Island und sowas denke oder Day of the Tentacle. Wahrscheinlich habe ich es einfach noch nicht wahrgenommen. Ich finde es aber cool. Hat auch da einen Wiederspielwert oder zumindest wird man neugierig, was es hätte sein können. Man forscht vielleicht ein bisschen online nach. Und ja, keine Ahnung, schaut sich Let's Plays oder irgendwelche Tutorials an auf YouTube. Von daher finde ich es ganz cool. Also, El Presidio, lasst uns packen. Lange Reise. Ja, frag ihn
All
mal.
right. So what's our next move?
Why we follow Clark's trail to El Presidio, of course. First and foremost, we'll need some means of transport.
You haven't got any? Don't you tour around?
Sure, but our show wagon ain't gonna fit all of us.
Plus, we'll need it to store all the show's props and equipment while we're gone. There's that lady in town with a wagon, though. Heard her talking at the saloon once. Said she hires it out to travelers.
Sounds promising. Who is she?
Her name's Lola Johnson. I think she stays in the old blacksmith shop.
Lola Johnson, huh?
You know her?
Not personally, but I've heard of her.
We should head back to Rosewater, no?
Yeah, let's get a move on. Right. Harley, I'm putting you in charge of hiring us some transportation. Danny and I are going back to the theater to settle some business. Come get us once you've arranged a ride.
And just how am I meant to arrange it? Financially speaking?
Well, now that may get a mite tricky. Our contract was to pay out at the end of the show's run, but seeing as we'll be breaking that contract, I'm sad to say we'll be forfeiting those proceeds. Anybody else got funds to contribute to the kitty?
Not unless this Johnson woman accepts pesos. And I've few enough of those at that.
I'm afraid I haven't got anything either.
Harley, my dear, I'm afraid we must then prevail upon you to furnish the petty cash needed to get our expedition aloft. Seeing as you're the only other one of our posse who's currently in the position of being gainfully employed. And it goes without saying, but you'll be fully reimbursed once we find what we're looking for, on top of your share. With interest.
I certainly hope so.
Wonderful. Well then, we'll be seeing you later.
What about you two?
I think I'll pay Dr. Sedgwick a visit. It's been ages.
and I owe him proper thanks for his care.
See you in a bit, Harley.
Well, jetzt haben wir eine Stunde. Ich weiß nicht, ob ich daraus 2 Folgen machen sollte. Wahrscheinlich schon. Ja, aber hier will ich es mal abschließen. Dieses kleine Zwischenakt oder wie auch immer. Ich bin ja kein super Lesefan, habt ihr mittlerweile gemerkt. Das können wir jetzt beim nächsten Mal anschauen. Dann können wir jetzt wieder einlesen, was passiert ist. Und ja, nochmal so ein kleines Lob. Ich finde es cool, wenn es so exklusive Entscheidungen gibt. Auch wenn es mir immer schwerfällt, damit zu leben, aber cool finde ich es allemal. Okay. An der Stelle vielen Dank fürs Dabeisein. Folge 6 und 7. Ups. Hoppala. Genau, damit wünsche ich dir eine schöne Zeit. Vielen Dank fürs Einschalten und bis zum nächsten Mal. Wenn wir uns dann um das Stehlen oder Beschaffen dieser Kutsche oder dieses Wagens kümmern. Mal schauen. Danke dir. Ciao.